Hi, I'm Stella.
And I'm Tarrant, and this is Meeple University's What to Expect from Blackout Hong Kong. Released in 2018, Blackout Hong Kong is a Euro-style game combining resource management, order fulfillment, hand management, and area influence. It was designed by Alexander Pfister and published by Eggertspieler. The game plays 2 to 4 players competitively with an estimated duration of 75 to 150 minutes. It is of medium to heavy complexity, requiring a moderate degree of forward planning. The game also comes with a 5-game campaign mode, which can be played solo or as a competitive campaign by 2 to 4 players. Note that the printing on the punch boards that came with our copy of the game were a couple of millimeters out of alignment, but this is specific to our copy and not a wider production issue, so you can expect your retail copies to be fine. In the game, each player controls a team of disaster specialists and volunteers, represented by the characters on these cards, attempting to keep the peace and aid the masses in the aftermath of a citywide power failure in Hong Kong. Although all players are ultimately contributing to Hong Kong's common good, the game is competitive, and players will aim to earn the most victory points by being the best at securing the safety of citizens and building up their response teams through the game.
The underlying building block of the game is resource gathering and order fulfillment. Each round, players will play a card from their hands into these 3 piles, taking the action associated with each. The red, blue and yellow cards allow players to gather 1 or more of the resource associated with the die of the matching colour, although players can always spend travel tokens, which they start with 5, and can acquire more at the cost of a victory point to move the resources around the rondo. The purple cards are specialists who offer other actions, such as acquiring money, healing injured team members, or taking actions on the map.
After acquiring resources, players spend those resources to complete objective cards, and this is where players' strategies can diverge. Players can complete objectives that will give them new volunteer cards to take into their hands, giving them additional actions in each round as well as victory points at the end of the game. Or, players can complete contingency plans in order to gain access to additional actions which can be triggered when a player resets his or her hand in most rounds of the game.
There are 2 main features on the main board. As a reward for completing an objective, players can often add more cubes onto locations on the board, forming a network. Once a district is encircled by a single player's cubes, scoring is triggered for all players with cubes on the district, so map play and balancing whether to encircle your own districts or score off other players' districts is a key part of the tactics.
The other feature of the main board is the scouting tiles. Each round, players can search through scouting tiles and then claim one if he or she has enough search icons on cards in hand, objective cards and scouting tiles which have been completed, and by spending GPS tokens. This will give players more resources or victory points as rewards, and the player's ability to score the best value tiles will build as the game wears on and the player continues to get more completed scouting tiles. Scouting will also result in injuries to members of your scouting party, and this will take them out of your hand, which will lose you the victory points that those cards are worth, but if manipulated well can be an effective way of thinning the weak cards out of your hand.
The player's hand management is critical to success in the game. At the end of a round, if a player has fewer than 4 cards left in hand, then he or she has the option to retrieve the largest of the 3 discard piles back into hand, but only the largest pile, meaning players need to plan ahead carefully to ensure the most valuable cards return to their hands as often as possible. At the end of the game, points gained from objectives, scouting tiles and cubes on secure districts are added to the points listed on all volunteer and specialist cards a player has gained during the game, except any still in hospital after being injured on a scouting mission and any incomplete objectives. The player with the highest score wins. And that's what to expect from Blackout Hong Kong. We hope that you enjoyed the video and we hope that you enjoy playing.
And if you'd like to learn the rules to this game in full, you can click on the link in the description to check out our How to Play video, which also includes some special tips and strategies from the game's designer, Alexander Pfister.
And if you enjoy our video, please hit like in the video button below. And if you have any question, feedback, comments, anything we'd like to hear from you, please write in the comments below.
And finally, if you do want to be among the first to know what's new from Meeple University, you can click on the Meeple in the corner to subscribe to our channel.